but I'll still be here. And then when I come back, I'll talk about what's going on. So let's queue up my Week 7 game. We'll watch that together. Squircle Squad. Yep, Squircle Squad indeed. It's the old. Oh, I was gonna say it's the old SS. Let's not say that. SP Beaver says, "Wait, did I just get here in time for silence?" You did. We got a few minutes, so we'll watch about 15-ish minutes of it first, about 10 minutes of it before I go silent for half an hour. But sure, let's get this queued up. We'll watch my Week 7 game, and then SP Beaver with the sub. Thank you very much. 58 months, unbelievable. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate it. A lot of sailor talk in the SS meeting. That's a better SS. Jared Wilkes says, play the one with the halflings. I think I already played the one with the halflings. I would, except I think I already played it. I remember starting it, and then us getting like halfway through, and then me just playing it again. So I think we've done that. All right, let me queue up my Week 7 game. We'll watch that for, we'll watch the entire thing, and then we'll get Game 2 underway. What was my Week 5 game? Did I say Week 5? I meant Week 7. That's what I meant, Week 7. Festoon says Game 2 is 10 p.m. Yeah, I know. So what I think is going to happen is we'll watch this up until, it'll probably run until a little past 9:30, and then that's when we would start the stream for the second game anyway. I played the Goodest Boys. All right, let's see, where's that? All right, this is my Week 7 match. Fortunately, I don't have any interstitials queued up for these. I never do. But this is Division C. This is Technobabble Inc. versus the Goodest Boys Strike Back. Zayas with the sub. Thank you very much. Well played, by the way, to both you and Proudstar. That was super fun. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate it. This is Humans versus Necromantic Horror. So Necro teams, right? They have a handful of players that are the effective ball carriers, right? The 2 werewolves, the 2 ghouls. Those are the low edge, high speed players on the roster. If you can get rid of those, then a Necro team has a tough time trying to score, right? Everybody else is pretty slow, pretty low agility. So that's sort of the broad strategy that we take. As a human team, we are let me pay out. No bets for mine because we already know how it ends. Or you can find out how it ends. But let me pay out the predictions. There we go. Predictions have been paid out. Thank you for the reminder, Proudstar. Yeah, so human teams are jacks of all trades, masters of none. So really, they can do a little bit of everything, but they don't do anything particularly well. Like, they don't excel at anything. So the trick with a human team is to always play to your opponent's weakness. So we really need to watch out for those werewolves. And we want to try to take them out if we can. We want to try to take out those ghoul runners if we can. We're going to do that with really going to rely on this guy here, this kill piece that we have, this blitzer. He's got block, tackle, frenzy, mighty blow. Block, of course, makes the both down results safe for you. Tackle turns off the dodge skill, which will be very important against all 4 of those players. Frenzy gives you more dice on your blocks, and of course, mighty blow gives you a +1 to your armor or the injury roll. He also has guard, which I think is a bad pickup on him, but I was so low on guard after having half my team murdered. I was like, I need guard. PB says the trick to the human team is to just dice your opponent. Dicing makes the game so much easier. Sure. So human teams have access to 4 blitzers right out of the gate. MA7 blitzers, they're fantastic. They also have access to 4 catchers. I don't usually pick up all 4. It just depends on the matchup. But the catchers are MA8. They have the catch skill. They have dodge. They're pretty solid as well. They have access to a PA2 plus thrower, which is great. That gives you a throwing option, forces the defense to spread out, and makes your running game even stronger. BBNet asks, who won the Blackworks game? The Chaos did. Chaos won 2-1 in a very exciting finish. So the Goodest Boys setting up to try to screen out the human team, it looks like. If your opponent is better than you, play a better team. If they are also playing a better team, just dice them. Hank the Ranger said Proudstar obviously rigged the game to get paid out. He could have won by 5, but chose to win by 1. Goodest Boys on the bonus clock as they continue to deliberate over what their formation should be here. I gotta watch the clock, make sure I'm not late. Now 4 on the line for the Goodest Boys. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off the game audio. There, now you can hear the game tape. There we go. Dipping into this bonus clock on the setup, down 1 minute on the bonus clock. Pulls the werewolves in as linebackers. Takes one of the ghoul runners off the pitch. The other ghoul runner, the blodger with sure hands, the safety. 5 on the line for the defense, and now Technobabble Inc. to set up their offense. Humans in the blue, Necro in the red. So the humans had the humans are the underdog here. They picked up Mighty Zug here. This gives us some extra strength with Mighty Blow and Block. Again, we're going to be hunting those werewolves, hunting those ghoul runners. We also picked up Cindy Pie Whistle, where we're going to try to chuck some pies, delicious pies, delicious confectionaries at our opponents. So you can see I'm putting Cindy on the line there because that werewolf is just into short pass range. 6 on the line now for the humans, now back down to 5. Exploding with flavor, that's right. Yeah, well, we're going first, so unless there's a blitz, I want to get at least 1 bomb at that werewolf. Like, that's what I want. And then we can cover her. Two back to receive. Normally I wouldn't put a catcher back by the thrower like that, because the catcher, that's your, right? You want the thrower to have the ability to throw, and you maximize that by throwing to somebody who can catch. So, cheating already, yeah, with 12 on the line. Man, did we dip into our bonus clock here too? Oh, you can see I'm like, what? What's wrong? What's going on? Why can't I start with 12? What's wrong with starting with 12? Game? All right, here's the kick. But I think this is still okay. And we'll split up the thrower and the catcher here shortly. But he has a kicker, so I wanted to have 2 players back to receive, so the ball's within range of the thrower, so we'll move this catcher forward here in turn 1. That's a blodger catcher with sidestep. We saw how effective that was earlier in the week. Oh yeah, we got a reroll from Lord Nuffle. 2-die block with Mighty Zug. We get a push out of this. We're gonna blitz the werewolf on the left side here. We've got block. I'm sorry, we've got tackle. So that will negate the dodge skill. Here's the 2-die blitz. What did I do here? I spent the reroll Nuffle gave me. Got the PAL. 8+ is going to break armor on Sam Corkington. There's the armor break. And that is a removed wolf. Well done. Now let's go tag this ghoul. LD Marina says, Philosopher's Song is going to take the other game 2-1, but at the cost of multiple injured Sara and Skinks, 2 head injuries. I will put that in the database right now. Thanks for the heads up, LD Marina. I appreciate it. Festing says, might have to play some Dark Tide to try to call myself before the match. All right, I remember this. So this is where I messed up the bomb toss. Yep, because I didn't go to the radial menu. And now I was like, oops. Whoops. Oopsie. Great. Cindy. Good luck to you. I wish you the very best of luck, Cindy Pie Whistle. She just wanted to go meet the wolf. It's like, hey, how you doing? My name's Cindy. Great to meet you. All right, I'm leaving. See you later. I've got some pies if you're interested. All right, let me get ready. I gotta get ready. I'm gonna be silent now for the probably the next 30 minutes or so, but I'll still be here. I might pipe up every now and again. So we'll keep this running. I'll be back in about a half an hour. All right. So done a little bit early. All right. So where are we? Let's see. It looks like we lost the ball. I don't know what happened. Did I try to throw it? I probably tried to throw it and failed to catch it. Ball now on the ground on the opposing 10-yard line. Second quarter begins here for Kenogami Inc. We're on offense, lost possession of the ball. Gonna try to block down Pleather here and free up our murder blitzer. Get a push out of that, that's fine. Now our murder blitzer is going to go after Flanders. 2-die blitz. That'll work out. Looking for an 8+. Didn't break armor, but that's fine. So I've left the player. This guy right here. That's right. That's right. Just let me. I'm just trying to die for everyone else's benefit. No, so this guy down here. So as a general rule of thumb, if you're new to the game, right, we all often talk about action order, and you want to do your least risky actions first and your most risky actions last, because with few exceptions, a failed die roll in this game is a turnover, meaning your turn ends. So if I fail a die roll with my first player, there's 10 players I didn't get to activate. So typically, right, moving players and standing up players will be some of the first things you do. But occasionally that might be different. Like if you let's say you have a prone player who needs to dodge away. If he's going to dodge away, you might only dodge him away if the drive shapes up a certain way, right? And if it doesn't, then you say, well, I don't need to take this risk, or I don't want to take this risk, so I won't do that. So occasionally you'll see coaches maybe do things, quote, out of order for those reasons. So I have Morgan Griff. I would love, boy, what a holiday it would be to have Morgan Griff. It's like you won a sweepstakes. It's like you get an afternoon with Morgan Griff. Stand firm here by Tosa Smith. He's going to just tie up Mighty Zug over in the left wide zone. Kenogami recovers the ball now on the opposing 22-yard line. So Double Link lists the thrower in danger of being surfed, as is Cindy Pie Whistle. I'm surprised he wasn't surfed a turn earlier. Ambient occlusion, the rookie human lineman pushed one space towards the left sideline on the opposing 2-yard line. Stand-up blitz by Pug Johnson against HDR 10. This will be a knockdown. Defender stumbles, results in a knockdown unless you have a dodge skill. Pug Johnson now freed up to move. One rush to mark the ball carrier currently. Decides to go in for these surfs here instead and try to take out the killer player. 2-die block on the killer is going to be a push. Oh, he's not the killer. He's just Abstract Factory. 2-die on Abstract Factory. This will not work out. Abstract Factory gets the knockdown on the attacker. Down result, and it's going to be a KO. Turn 6 back to Kenogami. Eye block against Black Mamba here by Stored Procedure. We'll get the knockdown. This is the kicker. We'd love to get rid of the kicker, but no armor break. I see we've lost the ogre again. It wouldn't be a Kenogami without a lost ogre. All right, we're going to try to take another player out here with the killer, HDR 10. We'll get the knockdown. 8+ is going to break armor. There's the armor break. We got a stun out of it. I see both wolves have been taken off the pitch. There's still one ghoul runner on the pitch, and so far he's trying to remove as many players of mine as possible. Wow, I'm down to 3 minutes 38 seconds on my bonus clock. I am taking my time. Thrower is somehow still on the pitch here. I haven't been paying it. I mean, I played this game, but I don't remember it. I haven't been paying attention since I was on my call. BBNut says, in BB 2025, Warhammer Blood Bowl, will you expand your taste beyond vanilla? I mean, I think so, yes. I'm probably not going to play humans to start Season 6. But it's going to depend on what other players... I like to get a nice... You know, if there are like 8 lizard teams, I'm not going to be lizards, you know what I mean? So, hey, does Cindy get to throw a thing here? Yeah, she blows herself up. Well done, Cindy. Fumbles the pass. Yeah, you sure are accurate, Cindy. But yeah, I will probably not play. You get all 8. I just might. Yeah, thankfully she didn't kill my thrower. But I'll probably play something different. So far in the league, I've also played Wood Elves. I've played Undead. That might be everything. I think it might have just been those two. Dude, I block over in the left wide zone here. This not going to work out. I'm sorry, it will work out thanks to the block skill. Double skulls. You keep trying to take out Abstract Factory, but he's so good at his job. He's so good at deciding what general class of thing you are, but not the specific class of thing you are. Maybe that says, what's your favorite team? My favorite team is human. Humans are my favorite. I like the jack of all trades style of team that they are. Have you heard of this team called OWA? I have, in fact. I have, in fact, heard of OWA. I hear they're pretty good in the new rule set. It's like humans, but good. I will say, I am very intrigued. I still haven't played a game of 2025 yet, but I am not human. But I am very intrigued by team captain and by a strength 3 catcher, by a couple of strength 3 catchers. Don't like that the passer got worse, but you know. Who's going to say they like nerfs, you know? Yeah, I know. Dude, I block here against Raish. Gonna knock down, no armor break. I don't understand why the human thrower got worse. Like, I don't... What was the design? Why make the human thrower worse? Not yet. Losing animosity kind of shocks me. Like, I was like, whoa. Dodge the foul? Why not? Why not dodge the foul? Like, let's get this cool run. Let's get Pug Johnson off the pitch. I decided against it. I thought it was too risky. The human thrower was 2+. The OWA thrower was 2+. They are good enough. I hope that's the conversation that happened at GW. Yeah, I heard that too. It's just nutty. Have you heard the word of our BB Redeemers, the OWA? Listen to the gospel according to BB Nut. Turn 7 down for the goodest boys. T-Die on Cindy Pie Whistle. This will be a push. Cindy Pie Whistle staying on. After the drive, she's going to get called off the pitch. On the 4th day, BB Nuts said, I played Old World Alliance before it was cool. Flute the Cat, welcome to the stream. Flute the Cat says, here's the thing, it's still not cool. Armor breaking the left wide zone, doesn't really get anything out of this here. Stand-up blitz on Mighty Zug. Trying to get Zug off the pitch here. Just gets a push on the uphill blitz. Turn 8 now for Technobabalink. Turn 8, got a score. 1-0 the score now for Technobabble Inc. 1 turn left in the half for the Goodest Boys unless there's a timeout. The Cat says, I don't have to play you next season so I can endure the side-eye. We're going to argue the call here with the ref. And the ref said, get out of here. So the ref calls Cindy Pie Whistle off. And myself, I have been ejected from the game because the ref has had enough of my lip. PBNet says I'm playing OWA in a tournament in February because they have them a secondary defensive and guard. Seems good. Chevron formation for the defense here for 1 turn, unless, again, there is a timeout. And then I decide, no, why am I doing this? Why am I putting my guys up to be punched in the nose? This is a little haphazard here as well. BBNet says Necro seemed to have a massive fan of the design studio. Was Necro like buffed too? I still haven't gone through the whole rulebook yet. The offense is set up for a turn here. Again, if they get a timeout, it's going to be 1 extra turn, and they could potentially get on the board here, tying the game. Flute the Cat says having 4 potential bolt carriers all pass on 3 pluses is pretty good, it turns out. I mean, it sounds pretty good. This dude says, I'll keep playing Necro 2. Fuck it. I mean, you can play whatever you want. Nobody's twisting your arm. Like Necro? Humans. Flute the Cat with the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Kick. Changing weather. Weather's going to remain the same. Oh, I appreciate it, Flute the Cat. Thank you very much. So the Goodest Boys here are going to be looking for some SPP, and that'll be the end of the half with the Goodest Boys on offense to start the second half of the game. We got a KO here. We'll see if that KO sticks. Two-die block on Mutex. The number is 11 lineman. Mutex has nothing to do with mutations. Mutex stands for mutual exclusion, sometimes known as a lock. If I have a Mutex on a file, what I'm saying is only one thing can use that file at a time. And if something has declared it's using it, then nothing else can use it. Werewolf Blitz, 2-die blitz on Mutex. Gets the knockdown here, looking for a 9. I'm sorry, looking for an 8+ with Claw. Claw treats everybody's armor value as if it's an 8+. Coming up about 55 minutes from now, we're going to have game number 2 of the evening. Well, I guess game number 3, really, of the evening underway. That's going to be a very big match. It's going to be the number 2 and the number 3 teams in Division C duking it out here in the penultimate week of regulation. But the game is scheduled to start 55 minutes from now, but we'll have a pregame 10 minutes before that, where we'll go over the 2 teams' rosters and how they may play against each other, what inducements might be picked. Second half of the game here begins. Technobabble at 4 rerolls thanks to the leader. There's actually 3 rerolls on the roster. That thrower is a leader. and is giving an extra reroll. 3 for the Goodest Boys. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left in the bonus clock for Technobabble Inc. They're going to have to speed up their play here, or else they're going to run out of time in these turns. Festoon says, and it's crucial points for that wild card. Yeah, it's a very important game. Very, very important game. 2 teams at the top of the leaderboard duking it out. The top 2 teams from each division make the cut after week 9 to the top 8. And then the 2 best remaining teams will also make the cut to top 8. So there's 10 teams in each division. You remove the top 2. That leaves you with 8 teams. So the 2 best out of 24 get those final 2 slots. So down a player here. We did not get back that KO'd player that was KO'd at the end of the half. So we have to set up with 10. Very important to note in this game, the offense, obviously the offense goes first. Everybody kind of understands that. But what does that mean? Like in terms of what's available to you, right? So like when you are on offense, you're going to take the first blocks of the game, right? And if you're taking the first blocks of the game, like let's just say every block is a removal. If you take the first blocks of the game, you're going to remove players before your opponent gets to remove players. They're going to have less players to remove yours, and it can snowball like that. So if you're a bashy sort of team, or even if you're not a bashy sort of team, if you want to punch, you want to go on offense, so you get to start first and go on offense on the coin toss, that is. So you get to start first. You get to take those hits first. Even if you're not a bashy team, let's say you're a Wood Elf team and you put 3 on the line, or even 5 on the line. If you were on defense and you put 3 on the line, your opponent's punching 3 people, right? But if you go on offense and you could block away his defensive line, then you're golden. The problem is the defense gets to see your formation. I'm sorry, the offense gets to see your formation first, right? So he knows you're on offense. Maybe he stacks the line with players. Conversely, if you go on defense, let's say a Wood Elf team, then on the kickoff, that is at the beginning of the game, you win the coin toss, you decide to go on defense. You know you're a fragile team. If you're up against a team that's going to beat you up, this is the most players you're going to have probably for the rest of the game, right? So there's some decisions to be made there, right? Do you want to punch first? Do you want to try to get those early removals yourself? You want to control the momentum of the game where you punch first, you block first, you're pushing people in a certain direction? Or do you want to be on defense? Do you want to make sure you have the best defense you can possibly have at some point in this game? Good catch on the kickoff here by the Flesh Golem. By the Ghoul Runner. And now a 2-die block on Mutex will be a push. So Chevron-ish here for the human team, with the catcher back as the shallow safety. The thrower back as the shallow safety. Two-die block gets stored procedure, is going to break armor, and that will be a stun. One thing that humans really want to pick up here that you can see I have very little of, but in my opinion, humans really want to get guard on some of these players quickly. For me, I think the linemen, I prefer getting... It depends on the league, it depends on the division, it depends on what teams you're playing. But picking up block is, of course, imperative. On some of these blitzers, picking up guard is imperative. I think for the blitzers, because they're so versatile, you could get them out in different ways. BB Nut asks, you know how to make humans better? How's that, BB Nut? how perchance can I make humans better? Werewolf marks the blitzer over in the right wide zone. Fail. Wraiths the blitzer. Foul appearance. They're very annoying. BB that says get them all killed and raised to play for Vampires Undead and Tomb Kings. Knockdown on ACR 10, but no removal, no armor break. Or fire half the team in a load of dwarves, like a certain faction does. Scrimmage there with the ball. We go for a quick score here to try to win this game rather than draw the game. So we're gonna have to play accordingly. So we'll pull the players out of the left wide zone over to the right. I hate it when the camera gets screwed up like that. Like, I don't know how I get it screwed up where it's like kind of off kilter a little bit. I must be pressing a key by accident. Yeah, I know how to fix it. I don't know how I make it happen. Like, I don't know what I'm doing to make it happen in the first place. C is for cookie. 35 seconds on the clock here for Technobabble Inc. Did I say I needed to hurry up with my turns? Because clearly past me doesn't agree. All right, we'll pull the number 5 Blitzer Abstract Factory back towards the right side as well. Doubly linked list. Going for a dodge double rush, it looks like. 2-die blitz, or 2-die block by Mighty Zug will be a push. So it looks like 3+2+2+, or 3+2+ blitz maybe. No blitz, just a 3+2+2+ the mark. Failed the dodge. That is a failed dodge. Failed dodge. Why did I want that mark? I don't know why I even wanted that mark. But now the ball carrier with a lane down the right sideline. Flesh Golem on the left here gets a removal here on DTO, data transfer object. You're drunk, I suppose. 2-die on Mutex here gets a knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. Another armor break. Another removal. Well done by old gamer Mike. Minute 30 on the clock here. 1 reroll remaining for the Goodest Boys. Two-die block on ACR 10 is going to be a push. Can't get this blitzer out of the game yet. Frenzy follow-up got the knockdown here. Now looking for that 8+ with claw. Doesn't get it. Old gamer Mike doing a pretty good job here of shoving a bunch of players aside, right, in this direction here, taking them out of the drive to leave fewer players left to defend against this ball carrier running down the right sideline. 2-die block on Singleton will be a pal. Has to follow up here with the Werewolf due to Frenzy. And now a 2-die on deterministic context-free language. Rolls right off the tongue. Takes the push instead of the both standing, but the catcher has sidestep, so we'll decide to sidestep on the normal push. Seven seconds to go for the Goodest boys. Goodest boys back on the bonus clock. Plenty of time on the bonus clock here with 4 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Still have yet to move the ball. They're going to take the 2-die block against Mighty Zug first. Take the both standing result. Three plus dodge to a blitz on the catcher. 2-die blitz. Gets the push here. Jones Chihuahua on the blitz. Trying to lock down players here as he's certainly going to move the ball forward. Remember, these 4 players are the ball carriers. There's 2 players in purple, the 2 players in green. Great. I moved the camera. Ball now on the opposing 16-yard line as Technobabble Inc. needs to roll a bunch of dice here to try to stop this score. That tackle blitzer nowhere near the ghoul runner. 2-die on Jones Chihuahua is going to be a push. What was I thinking about there? Maybe I wasn't thinking. Maybe I was just preoccupied doing something else. Okay, so I think we're going to mark him probably mark him here. Coming on the blitz this way. And then cover here. That's still not really safe, right? Because he can still blitz. He can mark the player and blitz the ball carrier forward. I probably should have done it the other direction. I probably should have had the catcher be the one who was back here. .50 dodge. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Easy peasy. Let's go. Two-die block by Mighty Zug. Gets the knockdown against Flanders. No armor break. Technobabble Inc. back on the bonus clock. Just under 2 minutes now left on the bonus clock for the humans. Turn 11 for the Goodest boys. They mark out the rear catcher. They can have a 2-die blitz against the forward catcher to score. There's the mark. He's marked out the back player. The back player is no longer lending an assist. It'll be a 2-die block against the forward catcher without the block skill. Under a minute to go for the Goodest Boys as they calculate this turn. There's the 2-die blitz, and that works out. Gets the POW against P-Space completeness. 8+ is going to break armor. Great armor break here. Only gets a stun's not going to matter, and he'll get into the end zone. Well done by old Gamer Mike to tie the game here early in the second half, 1-1. And now Technobabble Inc. will be back on offense. We'll see if they get back their KOs. They got back 1. So I believe that'll be 11v9 on the pitch now. 2-man player advantage for the Goodest Boys. Technobabble Inc. with 2 rerolls remaining for the game. It's a tie ball game, 1-1. They're back in possession. So the idea here, of course, score as late as possible. Try to win this game in turn 16. We are the defensive team for this half. That means that we will get the final turn of the half. So if we can stall it out to turn 16, we win. Goodest Boys to set up their defense here with 3 on the line. Keeping up the sidelines. These 4 players, they're so fast, right? These 2 over here are MA8. These 2 over here are MA7. They can get to where they need to be. Keeping them in the secondary makes sense. You might sometimes see maybe one or both of the Wolves as linebackers to get them a little bit closer to the line to use that speed to really get to whichever player they want to get to, right? With MA8, let's say you're here. MA8 is, oof, stop moving the camera past me. MA8 would be, if I'm here, 2, 4, 6, 8. I mean, this is where they can get. We're on the line for the offense. Down 2 players. We've got both catchers on the pitch. Mighty Zug on the pitch still. We've lost our ogre. That's all right. Zug can be our ogre. Still hanging on to HDR 10, so we'll get the punch with him again. 2 back to receive once more. As the opponent does have a kicker. Kicker's in a legal spot here, right here, so he's able to use that kick ability to really put that ball wherever he would like to. He's probably going to go for the onside kick here with that early score, trying to win this game. Here's the kick. Doesn't. He kicks it deep. We're going to get our thrower under the ball here for the 4+. Doesn't work out. That's fine. Turn 11 now for Technobabble Inc. We start figuring out our game plan. So he's protected the wolf. Not giving us a free blitz. Free, so to speak, blitz on the Wolves. Hi, kick. 2-die block by Singleton. We'll get the knockdown on Mac Ramey? Zug to block next on the line. Gotta figure out where my blitz is going to be. I think I'm going to blitz the kicker. Yeah, not so much because he's the kicker at this point, because I'm hoping he's not going to kick again, but just because AV9 to bring it down to an AV8, he doesn't have block. It's easy, an easy attempt to remove someone. And we take the mark on the wolf. So the Wolf will have an opportunity to block back. Currently a 1 die. You can get the 2 die with an assist. There's that 2 die block with Mighty Zog. We get a push against Richard Mastiff, but that will be a stand firm. Stand firm says if you get pushed back on a block, you don't get pushed back. You can stay right where you are. It's a great control skill. Now we'll go for the ball pickup. 3+ on the pickup with a free reroll. Trying to figure out where we want to end up. Got to be mindful of the Wolves because they're so fast. We'll just kind of keep this ball at a safe distance. Again, starting to threaten the pass and the run, right? We're going to try to set up a place to run this ball. We're going to try to set up a cage for the ball that we can get the thrower into. If not, we'll try to have a receiver downfield that we can throw the ball to try to score. And really the goal with that, I mean, beyond scoring a touchdown, of course, is to thin out this defense. Thin out this defense to give us the best opportunity to run the ball that we can. There's the assist for the 2 die on HCR 10. Got nothing out of it. But that does mean a Werewolf lockdown to a block, so we don't have to worry about him for a turn. A mark on the rookie catcher over in the left wide zone now by Pleather. Here's the blitz. 2 die blitz is a push on P-space completeness. Frenzy follow-up into a 2 die. That'll be a push. P-space completeness gets pushed to the near the sideline, but stays on his feet. Again, the Werewolf has to follow up with Frenzy. Frenzy, one of the few skills that mandates that you must do something. Most skills in the game are completely optional, like that stand firm on the flesh golem. The old gamer Mike can choose not to stand firm. He can say, you know what, actually, go ahead and push me. Tessim, the Wraith over in the right wide zone, takes a mark on the forward lineman. And now trying to apply some pressure here on the ball as Pug Johnson crosses the line of scrimmage over in the right wide zone. 2 die against Mighty Zug will be a both stand result. And 2 die against Stored Procedure will be a push. All right, turn 12 for Technobabble Inc. here. So we've got these 3 groups, right? Group 1, Group 2, and I'm going to call all of this Group 3, right? These guys are blocking each other. These guys are blocking each other, which means the drive is really determined by these players here. So this is where the quote-unquote the game is, I think, for me, right? So this, I want to see how to get through here, 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 and here. So the thrower going in for the handoff for the catcher. This will be a 3+ handoff with a free reroll. Works out. Now the catcher with a 3+ dodge with a free reroll to get past Pug Johnson. There it is, and now the catcher goes downfield. We got to be careful about our blocks here. We don't really want to block the Wraith. The Wraith has sidestep. Well, we might block the Wraith. Good dodge over in the left wide zone to get P-space completeness into this drive. MA8 very fast. That's why the gutter runners on the Skaven team are insane. MA9, You get so far. There's only 13 spaces. There's 13 spaces from the line of scrimmage to the end zone. There's 15 spaces that are the width of the pitch. So if you're moving like 8 a turn, I mean, you could go anywhere. Anywhere you can dream. Push on Pug Johnson. Pug Johnson remains marked by the thrower. We'll get Abstract Factory into this drive as well. Collector's Man says MA11 would be better. MA11 would be great. Failed the rush because I know better. I know better than the rush, but I did it anyway. The rushes always fail. Going to take a 2-die on Raish here with Singleton. We're going to get the knockdown. Looking for a 9+. You used to be able to go up to MA10, but you can't anymore since BB 2020. Oh boy, look at that bonus clock. I'm down to 36 seconds. Yeah, we were going to block with Zug, and we decided against it. I think I'd rather just incentivize him to continue to block me. I mean, that would have been a fine block to take. And really, I should have taken that block. Like when I've got the pitch sort of mowed down, like cut down to like a smaller microcosm. Oh, it's not even a microcosm, but like just a smaller portion that I'm focused on. I'm often hesitant to push players away. This lineman's so slow. This would have been fine, but pushing them away to free them up to potentially get them back in the drive, I'm a little hesitant to do. .53 seconds on the clock now for the Goodest Boys. 2-die block on stored procedure. Back at the line of scrimmage. Tosa Smith will get the PAL here. 8+ will break armor with Mighty Blow, but doesn't get the armor break. Failed dodge by Pug Johnson. Over in the right wide zone. Works out with the free reroll. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. It's going to be a sidestep push. As much as I would love to sidestep into another block, I think I won't. And I think I'll head towards the end zone. That catcher is a blodger. Only a pal's going to knock him down unless you have some sort of mitigating skill. So one face of that die will knock down that catcher, and if you get a push out of it with sidestep, they can avoid that follow-up block by another player. Double skulls here against the killer. HCR 10 gets re-rolled into a knockdown. Breaks armor on HCR 10. Huge removal here. Huge removal for the Goodest Boys. We're going to absolutely use our oppo here to keep HCR 10 on the pitch. So we turn that KO into a stun. After 3/4 of targeting the killer blitzer, they finally get the knockdown. Got the KO, but we're going to turn that into a stun. Jones Chihuahua on the blitz against Singleton. Knockdown on Mighty Zug. What just happened? What just happened? Oh, okay. I was like, what was that? All right. That was scary. Turn 13 now for Techno Mammal Inc. So, good mark here by Old Gamer Mike. So we are a blodger. We have the dodge skill that normally gives us a free reroll on the dodge here. We're in scoring position with this werewolf has tackle. So what we need to do is we need to end up blitzing this werewolf away. We can do that with the ball carrier, provided we can get the assists. We blitz that werewolf away. Obviously, don't follow up. And then if Pug Johnson stays on his feet, we got a 3+ dodge with a free reroll. So that's about a 90% chance of success. So there's the assist on the werewolf. So now we've got a 1 die, which is fine, right? Because we don't need to knock the werewolf down. We just need to push the werewolf away. Two rushes by the thrower. Failed the first rush. That's our final reroll. Here's the blitz. 1 die blitz. We got the push. Got the assist for the 2 die on Pug. And look at that. Absent-mindedly follow up. I followed up. Ah! All of that to follow up into tackle. Perfect. Woo! The ball's now on the ground on the opposing 14-yard line. Black Wolf says, looks good to me. Oh, thank you very much, Electrics Man. Oh, man. Followed up into tackle. Unbelievable. 2-die block against Singleton here. This is a pal for Richard Mastiff. 8+ to break armor, looking for some SPP. That just proved you are human. Well done, Electric Fan. Both standing result against doubly linked list, and now another block against doubly linked list, the thrower. Again, this is not going to work out. It's a push instead. We'll push onto the sideline. Has that thrower pinned on the sideline now, trying to keep it out of the drive. Zug to be knocked down here by Raish the Wraith. Now the Goodest Boy is able to start peeling off some of these players that were tied up on the line to try to cover the inevitable ball carrier. We're going to get a turn to try to scoop this ball up. We're going to have to on this turn, or I think we've lost this game. Goodest Boys with 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the bonus clock as they have a few more players to activate here. They're going to get a lineman in to mark HCR 10. And now the 2-die against ambient occlusion will be a POW. All these knockdowns, even if they're not removals, are great because you're eating up 3 MA, which is disallowing them from repositioning adequately. The linemen with an MA of 6, they basically lose half their movement when they're knocked down. It costs 3 MA to stand up. That leaves them with 3 remaining. Turn 14 now for Technobabble Inc. Three of the 4 ball carriers for the Goodest Boy Strike Back surrounding that ball right now. Trying to figure out how we can get at this ball here. P space completeness will stand up and mark the wolf. Now stand up blitz by HCR10. We'll get a knockdown. That's great. We'll follow up. By following up on a blitz, you're basically not losing that extra point of movement. It costs 1 point of movement to block on a blitz, but if you follow up, you've effectively made that you made that point back up. Easy rush, no problem. No problem. Rush all day, boys. All right, now we're trying to shut down lanes for him to get away from us so that we can fight for this ball. .23 seconds on the turn clock with 30 seconds on the bonus clock. No rerolls remaining for either team. Deterministic context-free language. The blodger sidestepper will stand up right beside that downfield werewolf. Yeah, we're not going to roll any more dice. If he wants to roll dice, let him. So he still has that thrower pinned. He could certainly surf the thrower. But that means that's one less block he's giving to try to clear the ball. Two-die block against Singleton. Two. Take all you want anywhere away from the ball with no rerolls. It's fine by me. Good removal here. Well, good removal if he can get the ball downfield. Two-die block against stored procedure. This will be a push. I might have just taken the both down there, but I guess he wanted to get the assist on Zug. Or both standing, I should say. You always fail the rush. Going in for the assist on these blocks. Failed the rush, and now turn 15 for Technobabble Inc. That werewolf just point at me and threaten to slit my throat? I think that's a crime. One die on Sam Corrigan, perhaps. We can make this better. $70 seconds left on the clock here for Technobabble Inc. and 23 seconds on the bonus clock. So not a whole lot of time to figure out the order of actions. Blitz by the thrower. Can't really blitz with HDR10 because he has to follow up with Frenzy. We'll get the push here. We won't follow. We will follow. We push onto the ball to try to pop it out, and indeed we do. I think I'm just 17 seconds on the clock. Am I deciding on the The dodge for the assist. Oh, I did. I got the assist to make this a 2-die. All right. I'm sorry, to make it a 1-die. Right, because the I pushed Pug Johnson into position there on the ball. Well, that's unfortunate. All right. Ball still marked. Look. 3+ dodge, 4+ pickup, 3+ dodge. No problem. No no problem. All right, a little bit of a problem, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Turn 16, top of turn 16 now. The Goodest Boys. I think they are technically in, let's see. 7 is 9, 10, 11, 12. They're not in scoring position. They can't score at this point. So, well, they could score. So if they move him over, over here, and then they push Zug into the Ghoul Runner, they can get the extra space they need for the Ghoul Runner to be in scoring position. That's right. I totally would have picked that ball up. 55 seconds to go for the Goodest Boys. At this point, if they're not going to chain push Zug to try to YOLO a score, they're just going to try to stop the score here and end in a draw. At least our catcher's still on the pitch. Got a KO out of this. Not a whole lot can happen here unless he can get this ball down pitch for a throw. But again, he's got to get Pug Johnson. I think that's Pug Johnson. He's got to get the Ghoul Runner into position. 2-die block against the number 7 catcher. Got the POW here. This will be a huge removal. Or at least even an armor break would be huge here because they're effectively be out of the game. So now we're going to sidestep. Yeah, I like where the ball is. We're not going to sidestep onto the ball. That is a significant armor break. Well done by Old Gamer Mike. Blitz still available. Takes the 2-die and store procedure. Again, make all the die rolls you want. It's fine by me. Another armor break here. So not going to push her into scoring position. Mighty Zug gets a POW. Under a minute on the bonus clock for the Goodest Boys. Plus dodge to try to cover this ball. Tried to mark that thrower so the thrower couldn't get in on the drive. Final turn of the game. It's 1-1 Technobabble Inc. with no resources remaining. They've got just a handful of players left in the drive. And 11 seconds on the bonus clock. The number 8 catcher stands up. 2-die block by Abstract Factory. Gets the push. This is actually not a 50-50 pickup. It's a 75% pickup with sure hands. I'm deciding whether I do the blitz or the 50 or the 4+ pickup. I could blitz, sure, or I could show him who's boss. And pick the ball up right in his face. Went for the blitz. So the blitz will work out here. Now it's going to be that 75% pickup. We've cleared up the dodge. 2 rushes after the pickup. Pickup fails. Here's the re-roll. Works out. 1 rush, 2 rush. That is the end of the game. Technobabble's going to win this one 2-1. What's the lesson we've learned here? Always follow up into tackle. always follow up into tackle. What could go wrong? All right. We got about 9 minutes before our next game. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put up a. Let's put up a. Let's see. Let's put up a 2-minute timer, and then we'll just go into a short pregame before we get game 3 underway. So you can go grab something to drink, get something to eat, freshen up. We'll see you for game number 2 in 2 minutes. Oh, I lost who that was. I'm so sorry. I don't even see it in my admin panel. Oh, I'm so sorry. What an asshole I am. Thank you, unknown person. I will thank you when we come back. All right, 2 minutes. We'll see you back here for game number 3.